The other day we were talking about the Little Piggies, that nursery rhyme.
Yeah.
And then in my Twitter feed last night, one of these really scary children's stories popped up. Someone had shared a screenshot of this book about the thumbs.
The thumbs.
I'm not sure if you're familiar with this.
No.
So I'll just read. Bang! The door is open wide, running in with rapid stride. See the tailor, up he comes, to the boy who sucks his thumbs. Snip, snip, snip. And all is o'er. Both the thumbs are on the floor. How it hurt! Poor Jimmy cries. Tears drop down from both his eyes. When Mama returns, she sees Jimmy, and Jimmy sad and ill at ease. There he stands without his thumbs. This of disobedience comes. So...
Whoa.
And then, yeah, there's a photo of this tailor with giant scissors, the kind of scissors that you gotta, like you would use at a ribbon cutting,
Yeah.
It requires two hands to use. And this tailor is chasing down this little boy. And, cutting on this kid's thumb is mid-sever. So,
well,
anyway.
I have threatened to cut off my child's thumbs before, but that was because she kept sucking them.
Yeah, that's the moral of this story. Yeah.
It wasn't disobedience, it was...
Yeah, because it's see the tailor, up he comes to the boy who sucks his thumbs.
Okay.
Snip, snap, snip. And then, apparently there's maybe some other disobedience that happens in the story. This is just a shot of one of the pages. I'd heard about this kind of scary story before.
You did? I was going to say, did your mom read this one to you before bed at night?
No.
We did not get this story.
My mother would never want to horrify me in my dreams just to keep me from sucking my thumb. And as a perfect child, of course, I never sucked a thumb.
Of course not.
Yeah.
Not that sucking a thumb is a disciplinary thing. Like, because you're bad, you suck your thumb. Sometimes kids just suck their thumbs.
Oh, yeah, right. No, that's not the moral of the story. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
It's just my guess is that it's being disobedient. This kid's being disobedient by continuing to suck his thumbs. And thus, maybe the mother in the story hired a tailor to chop the fingers off with a comically large set of scissors.
I mean, if you got to use two hands for these scissors, who's holding the thumb?
The kid's run.
I mean, how are you going to hold that thumb uncut?
I have to share this. Let me send this to you. So, you see that photo there?
Yeah, I mean, why would that kid just stand still for it? Come on now.
Yeah, so for anyone, we can put this up on the Facebook.
Yeah,
for
Facebook.
I'm fairly certain this story is old enough that we're not going to be violating any copyright by just directly sharing this. So this tailor is mid-stride. I mean, this tailor can really run, you can tell. Very nicely tailored, by the way. That's a nice outfit on that tailor, huh?
Nice, because he's a tailor.
Yeah. Yes. So, chasing down this kid, and this kid's like the kid is running away, and then somehow, you don't want to leave your digits exposed like that. Make a fist if a tailor is chasing you, trying to chop off your thumb.
Come on, buddy.
So I guess that's the main moral of the story is if there is a tailor coming for your thumbs,
tuck them in.
That you want to make a fist, put them in your pockets or something.
Put them in your pocket.
Although this kid doesn't look like he's wearing pockets. This kid needs a tailor.
This kid needs a tailor.
All this kid gets is like a sheet with a belt around it. And obviously some sleeves cut out for his arms to expose his thumbs, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, funny.
Doing a really bad job explaining this photo. That's right. Find Matt and Kate on Facebook. It'll be there. I've been enjoying... I stopped playing the heavy metal, but I still have the lights come on 10 minutes before my... So now I just have the lights come on full blast to wake me up.
You were playing heavy metal to wake up?
Yeah, I had a metal playlist.
Oh, my God, Matt.
That would help wake me up. And now I just have the lights come on, and then 10 minutes later, I have just the standard alarm go off. But I probably could have heavy metal come on 10 minutes later. At least I'd be eased into it by, quote, the sun, a.k.a. the lights all coming on.
I was going to say, I don't think any of that is easing into it. That's like how they wake people up in prison.
Is it?
I think so. Like, lights on. Here's Metallica. On repeat.
That seems too kind to the prisoners. Getting some great metal.
Except for, I have heard stories about, like, overseas when they've got prisoners, they'll have, like, Metallica on loop. Or they've got, some song where it's like offensive to their culture. They'll play it on repeat.
Right. Potentially violating the Geneva Convention with heavy metal of some sort.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Well, here's another tip. So from time to time, you and I have talked about this. I'm not sure if we mentioned it on the show before. I'll have a little bit of a time unwinding at night. And I've found that it's helpful to have it, you want kind of an incandescent, you want the lights a little bit dimmer,
Nice.
So now in my living room, Kate, I've got 3 lamps with the hue white ambiance, I think is what they're called, bulbs.
Mm-hmm.
And you can change the color temperature on those. So on the weekend, if I use the code word sun, it will make those lights all that bright, more daylight kind of sun, or light, I should say. And then at night, they basically turn to orange, so you can do all different kinds of shades of white, from really, really incandescent to, bright blue light. It's pretty handy.
Yeah.
And you can program them and such. Yeah. What a time to be alive. Technology, tell you what.
Time to be alive.
Yeah, I've been doing a pretty good job unwinding,
Mm-hmm.
And then I got caught up reading rumors about a new Nintendo Switch last night, and it kept me up not too much more, but probably about an hour and a half longer than I would rather.
Than you would rather.
It's okay. Yeah, they're rumoring a new fancier Nintendo Switch coming out with a little bit larger of a screen.
Yeah.
And higher quality display built in. And then maybe it outputs to 4K to your TV.
Oh.
So he had already kind of, spent an almost embarrassing amount of money on gaming stuff this year.
Mm-hmm.
So if this comes out this year, then it will be, I guess, beyond. I don't know. There's plenty of people that spend a lot more on games than I do.
True. And think about what you're not spending money on right now.
Yeah.
You're not spending money on going places.
True.
You're not spending money on concerts. You're not spending money on, restaurants or bars.
I'm day drinking less.
Right.
And so even the drinking I'm doing at home is more affordable than the drinking at home previously was. So
there you go.
Day drinking less. Oh, man. I reserve day drinking for days off. I don't have a bottle of whiskey in my...
Right. I was going to say, wait a second.
In my desk drawer.
I like day drinking, but not on the clock.
Yeah. Just no more weeknight drinking.
Right.
Only strong night drinking. Fridays and Saturdays.
That's it.
And then, maybe some day drinking on Saturday.
Sunday.
And maybe on Sunday.
There you go.
But other than that, pretty sober over here. Pretty sober.
I resisted the urge to go wah-wah, but I'm the same.
Why? Because you think you've been too wah-wah recently, or what?
No, it just kind of would be sarcastic. Be like, no, pretty sober over here. Wah-wah.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm with you.
Yeah, sobriety can be a good thing, especially it gives you. To be clear, I wasn't getting sloshed on a nightly basis before,
right?
But I decided, okay, no drinks on weeknights, right? And it gives you maybe this doesn't sound healthy either, but it gives you a little bit more to look forward to. You're more like, oh, I could have a drink on Friday or something.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. I don't know.
No, I agree.
I don't know if that's healthy or not.
Yeah. I didn't used to drink during the week. When Monty was gone, I was like, nope, Monty's gone. I don't need to drink. And then last March hit and we were homeschooling and I was working from home for the majority of the part. And I was like, yeah, I'm having some wine tonight. And it's a Tuesday. It's fine.
Yeah. Well, one thing that's one of the nice things about doing radio, you got to be able to speak during your show, but you also got to be able to speak throughout the day doing commercial production and such, and so that keeps you from drinking while working. I think a lot of people have been drinking while working.
I think so too. Working from home.
So long as they don't have a conference call scheduled and you're like, I don't need to worry about slurring while I work in this spreadsheet.
But like you said, I don't think people are getting sloshed. I think it's like, oh, a little Irish coffee this morning.
Yeah, I don't know.
You think they're getting sloshed?
Some people. I think some people have developed potentially something that might resemble alcoholism during these trying times.
Yeah.
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 I don't know. I told you about running into Big Dave, the proprietor of my liquor store recently.
Right.
For the first time in quite a long time.
I don't think you mentioned his name was Big Dave. I'm like, Big Dave, is this like your bookie? What's going on here?
Big Dave's Liquor. Bookie. He's a big fellow named Dave, turns out.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah. But he didn't exactly have new gold chains draping off him, from the time I had seen him previously, like a year ago. But seemed like he had an okay smile on his face. I don't know.
Well,
his liquor stores, I think, have been... Because early on, I haven't seen any of these stories in a while, but early on, there was definitely a look at the liquor boom.
Oh, yeah.
That's occurring due to COVID-19.
Liquor stores, essential workers.
Those were the stories that were coming out? Or what do you mean? Oh, liquor stores are essential. I see what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah, they were like, nope, we cannot shut you guys down.
Yeah.
We're going to need you open.
Are you old with some kind of ailment that makes you susceptible to COVID-19? Get behind the liquor store employees, please. Thank you. Your vaccination will be here any minute here. Just got to take care of Big Dave here.
Any minute. Good old Big Dave.
Oh, yeah, he's a nice fellow, jolly fellow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, now his kids can eat now that you're back to drinking. So.
Well, just not to the extent that he was used to me drinking. Plus, I've diversified my drinking, so I'm more likely to buy a 6-pack of Hams pounders, which goes for like $5, as opposed to a case of Guinness, which goes for a lot more than that.
A lot more than that, yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
He'll be fine. Plenty of other people are pulling up the rear.
I would agree with that.
Is that expression the right expression to use there?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
Pulling up the ear? No, rear.
Rear.
We've talked about those sayings. Like I always, the one saying that I want to use all the time, but I don't know if I'm using it correctly. And maybe you can help me. Maybe the listeners can help me too, because we can put this on Facebook. But is it play it by year because we'll see what happens? Or is it play it by ear because we'll see what happens like when you are playing music by ear? I think
it's play by, it's play by ear.
Year or ear?
Ear.
Ear?
The thing you use to listen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You might even use two of them.
Because people say both ways.
They do? Well, play by year doesn't make much sense, does it?
Well, like if you're going to make plans and you're not really sure, like, oh, we'll just play it by year.
Okay, I've never heard anyone say it that way.
Oh my gosh, I hear people say it all the time. And I'm like, which one's right? Play it by ear or play it by year? Because when you think about it, play it by ear, it kind of makes sense that it's like, yeah, we'll just see what happens on the calendar. Like, let's just see how the day unfolds. Let's just,
Mm-hmm.
So both ways make sense to me, and I hear it both ways, so I just don't say it at all. I'm just like, yeah, we'll just see what happens.
That's true. I don't know if we necessarily need to. I mean, as funny as I think it would be for me to go around saying a bunch of old-timey sayings, this is something I've threatened to do for a couple of years now. It is kind of nice just to not rely on old sayings and cliches. I don't know. But play by ear. It's clearly play by ear in the musical sense, as in, you hear a song and you're trying to play along with the song.
No.
You're trying to improvise along with the song.
I know that. I know what like that means, but like when you're saying making plans for later, play it by ear. Like we'll see what it's basically we'll see what happens. So why do we say we'll play it by ear?
Because you're seeing what happens in the song and playing along with it.
Okay.
Really, without looking it up.
But do you hear people say that saying we'll play it by ear?
Maybe I've always just heard. Well, it just sounded like you said play by ear to me.
That's what I did say. I hear people say it both ways. But I'm asking you, have you heard people say we'll play it by ear when they're talking about, oh, I don't know, we'll make plans, we'll play it by ear?
Yeah, well, it makes it like, okay, on this particular set of days, on this week, we're going to go on vacation. Mm-hmm. We don't have any plans for that time, so we're going to play it by ear.
Okay, and you've heard people say it that way?
I've never heard anyone say play it by year.
But you've heard people say play it by ear.
Not once have I heard anyone, but it may just be because I wouldn't ever think to use year in the deal. Because that doesn't make any sense when you're talking about a calendar. Play by year, an entire year? You know?
I know. Yeah, but you've heard the other saying. You've heard play it by ear.
Yes, I've heard that one a ton of times. Yes.
Okay.
But never year, as in a calendar year.
Okay.
Not once. But it could be just because I'm conditioned to think, oh, yeah, that's obviously ear you just said there. Because when you mush them together.
And see, that's what throws me off is like, did they say year or did they say ear?
I think they said, this is a difficult conversation to have.
I know.
I think they said ear for sure, but they just didn't enunciate appropriately. Not that I'm one to really say, here's how you should enunciate, but I don't know.
Oh, but you are, Matt. Oh, but you are.
To play a piece of music without referencing sheet music or recording. In this usage, a noun or pronoun can be used between play and by ear. Wow, George is such a talented piano player. The way he can play pieces by ear after hearing them just once is so impressive. Okay?
Right. And I knew what that meant.
And then play by ear. You deal with things as they happen, rather than following a plan or previous arrangement. Where will we stay? The example here. Where will we stay in Gloucestershire? Oh, I guess a bed and breakfast place. We'll have to play it by ear.
Okay.
I don't know what will happen next. I'm playing it by ear. Now let me search for play by year with a Y. Play by year. Urban Dictionary.
Uh-oh.
Play by year. Beep. No, it says a common misphrasing of play it by ear.
Aha.
To figure it out as the situation presents itself. To improvise with plans as needed. But once again, it says common misphrasing.
Yes. It's the same way when people say supposedly.
Okay. Is it?
Like they're just saying it wrong. It's supposedly.
Yeah, but supposedly is not a word where year is. It's a little bit different. It's not?
I think it's just people mispronouncing things, misspeaking, missaying, and therefore confusing me.
There's a Stack Exchange thread on this. Stack Exchange is typically used as a place where like a bunch of people that work in tech exchange ideas and stuff, but there's a lot of offshoots in there.
Okay.
Bunch of brainy people.
I was going to say real smart guys and gals.
This person writes, I've come across a few cases where I needed to write this phrase and I cannot determine which is correct. Do we play it by ear or play it by year? I'm using this with the intended meaning of something like we'll figure it out as we go. And this person responds, the most upvoted deal here, I guess. I can't even imagine the context in which play it by year would make sense.
Oh, gosh. Harsh.
Yeah.
Did you write that?
Oh, yeah, it does say Matt Stukes right here next to it.
It sounded like you.
Yeah. Well, fair enough.
I think you already said that, didn't you?
Yeah, you may be right.
Rewind. I think you already said, I can't imagine why that would ever make sense.
Right. Did you type that into that website as we were talking about it just minutes ago?
Matt Stukes, 2021.
Yes. English expert.
Oh, my gosh.
I got an English minor, Kate. Got a minor in English. Did you know that?
No, I have an English degree.
Oh, you win. Damn it.
But here I am asking about phrases.
Well, yeah.
I mean, we're not talking about classical works of literature, so it's okay.
Yeah, well, that'll be a different show.
Yeah.
Everyone can look forward to that.
Everyone, today, Shakespeare 101.
Yeah, I was thinking, we're going to do Beowulf. This will be great.
Tomorrow, we're going to do Jane Austen.
Get a little Iliad action going on there.
Oh, yeah, I did love me some mythology.
Great. So don't worry, we will promote that show in the future when it's approaching. That way you can put it on your calendar, and not have to worry about playing it by ear or year.
Yeah, you can bring your notebooks and your number 2 pencils and...
Yep, gather the family around the radio. It'll be an educational show first, even though this is mostly an educational show in the first place.
Right.
That will be an extra special edition of Matt and Kate.
Yeah. I was trying to think of a Shakespeare quote, and I'm out.
To be or not to be.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
There's a question.
I was stuck in Richard III. A horse, my kingdom for a horse. Which has no, connection to whatever we're talking about whatsoever. But I was like, I don't think there's anything in Richard III that I can use. Never mind.
Lots of profanity in there?
Yeah. Well, not typical profanity, but yeah.
Shakespeare-style profanity.
Shakespeare-style insults. Yeah, they're good. Richard III.
I was looking up the origin for the phrase screw the pooch the other day.
Okay. I'm going to need a little bit more to why you got there.
No comment.
Okay.
So
I'm sitting at home by myself, or I was having a conversation, and...
Right. The general concept of screw the pooch came up, and someone's like, oh, have you ever looked up what that, where the origin of that phrase? And so, yes, I spent some of my weekend looking that up. And sure enough, it's something I could not say on the radio.
I was going to say, I'm surprised we're even venturing there.
Yeah, I think it was a naval. I think initially it started as a naval phrase is what it said.
Really?
It sounds like it would be a military deal. And then, yeah, it had profanity in there. I was like, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, just a couple of words change.
I did not think that was
in the original
military phrase.
Well, screw the pooch isn't, but
right.
The phrase that it derives from.
Okay.
Blank the dog.
Okay.
You know, what have you been doing, blanking the dog? Like there's dog in it, you know?
Okay.
Like, oh man, you've been dogging it. 'Cause, dog is often dismissed as being a lazy animal.
Yes.
You know, you've just been dogging it around here. And then eventually it becomes blank the dog. And then eventually screw the pooch. For more mainstream acceptance, Kate.
For the family-friendly version.
Yeah, oh yeah, family friendly. The kids drop that one on you ever?
No. No.
And you burn the grilled cheese. Oh, you screwed the pooch on that one, Mom.
Get your poop in a group, Mom.
What were you doing? Poop in a group? Yeah, they use that one on you.
No.
Poop in a group. That is such a... I mean, that one... Come on, Kate. You really think about that?
Oh, I think yours is way worse.
Okay. But still, it's like, what's that mean exactly?
It means get your blank together.
Well, I know, but think about... Get it into a group. It's like, what's that mean? Like kitty litter style? Like you're...
Well...
You know.
I mean, if it's not in a group, you might be having some problems.
I was going to say, yeah, I might want to contact a physician if that persists for long. Or
replace your electrolytes.
Yeah, or maybe you were Kate's husband, Monty, from Chipotle a couple weeks ago.
Right?
I don't know.
I got to sneeze.
Don't do it.
It's stuck.
Don't do it.
Phew. I couldn't.
Come on, Kate.
Oh, I know.
I would say God bless you, but you're supposed to be a professional and suppress those.
I know, and I've had
radio.
It stuck in my nose for like 20 minutes, too, so I feel like that was good, but there's going to be more coming, Matt. I'm sorry.
You're so close. Oh, yeah? What groups, how many sneezes happen for you typically in a...
Usually 3 for sure.
3? Oh.
Oh, yeah. I'm a super sneezer.
Usually is the second here by now?
Oh, yeah, it is. So maybe it's gone. Maybe I've held it in so long that they're like, all right, we'll just do one.
Do you think my peer pressure helped at all?
Maybe a little bit like it scared my sneeze. Zez.
Okay, well, I'll give you a God bless you once some more time has passed.
Okay, thank you.
I don't think you've earned it just yet.
I was going to say, that's rude. I think the reason I sneeze so much is because I need blessings.
I thought, because I'm allergic to you.
Oh, no.
And your weak humor.
Mean humor.
Your bad idioms.
Mean. I have to earn my blessings? Gosh.
Kind of.
Can you imagine our parents doing that when we were kids?
What?
I'm not God blessing you. You didn't clean your room. Mom.
We're on the radio, Kate. There's different rules. So we're not teaching bad manners to the kids unless... Yeah, because it's radio.
What do you mean?
It's like, no, I think most parents agree that their kids should suppress sneezes when they're on live radio, you know? Don't you think?
You really suppress sneezes, Matt? You really, you've trained your body, you can not sneeze when you need to sneeze?
No, I have not. I'm lying.
Okay. I'm like, wait a second. You need to share these secrets with me because...
No, it just seemed like an opportunity to be kind of a...
I think that was the first time that I've sneezed on air, though.
Well, congratulations. Here you are.
Here I am.
Remember this day.
Couldn't help it. I turned away from the mic. I covered. I went into my elbow.
No, that's not the part that's obnoxious. It's the part that you wasted valuable time that we could have been speaking, that 1 second there by sneezing.
I'll have to tell my nose to get its poop in a group.
Yeah, that's the wrong body part, but yeah. But no, I don't suppress sneezes, but you've seen these people that do, right? I mean, they don't really suppress the sneeze, but they kind of bury the sneeze, or maybe even plug their nose.
I've seen
surely you've witnessed these people before,
right? But if you're talking about like on TV,
they go like that, like you can just see them kind of like force it in.
I'm not gonna lie, I can be that person because sometimes when I'm sneezing so many times, Matt, because I've been known to sneeze like 15 and 20 times.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna
gotta let it fly, Kate. Like you said, it's true. You're very courteous with where you aim the sneeze. You got to aim that into the elbow.
Right.
Or if you're outside or something, with the wind in a different direction than everyone else.
Ew.
What?
I just pictured like a slow-mo sneeze where they show everything coming out of your mouth and your nose. Like all those particles going into the air.
I assume you've seen the animations during these trying times of how we're constantly exhaling and inhaling other people's spit.
Yeah, gross.
Right? And little animations. Like one person's are illustrated with a bunch of red spheres, the other a bunch of blue, so you get to see them mixing in the air and going into each other's lungs and spreading the COVID that way. You've seen these, right?
Yep.
It's pretty intense. I saw a graphic the other day, like me and my friends after we get vaccinated, and it was a hilariously over-illustrated version of that.
Oh, gosh.
We're just like spewing a straight stream of red dots into the other person's mouth.
Ew.
Oh, but yeah, those animations, I tell you what, sneeze can go, what's like a sneeze goes like, oh yeah, that goes 90 miles an hour.
I think so.
How fast? Here we go. I'm going to make it one of these shows where we're doing lots of internet searching.
Well, because we like legit information. We don't want to just like
a sneeze
generalize out there.
How fast is a sneeze? From lung.org. Sneezes win, though. They can travel up to 100 miles per hour.
Ooh.
And create upwards of 100,000 droplets.
And just think that's one sneeze, right? Imagine if you've got like rapid fire going, chew, a chew, a chew.
Yeah, you'll be in St. Louis in no time.
Right?
Yeah, the majority of these, looking at the front page, these first 10 results here, and all of them seem to say 100 miles an hour, somewhere around there. Okay. It's thrilling. So it's hard to dive out of the way of that.
Can you imagine if you did, though, if somebody started sneezing and you're like, hit the deck?
Yeah, it's The Matrix, right?
Right?
Keanu Reeves was in that film. And there's a new one coming out. 7 tickling facts about sneezing.
Tickling? Are they going to make us want to sneeze?
That's what livescience.com. That's what their headline is. They say 93 miles an hour. So that's a little bit more avoidable. This from answers.com. Not to say some people don't sneeze faster, but 102 miles per hour is the fastest recorded speed. So good to know that they actually have taken a radar gun to this.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Like, can you imagine, like, I got the radar gun. Who's got the pepper? We're going to test some sneezes.
Can you really force yourself to sneeze with pepper?
I don't know.
Okay.
My dad would always pepper his dinner, and I sat next to him at the table, and I would sneeze frequently because he used a lot of pepper, but it wasn't like my nose was over his plate. But
okay.
I've never forced myself, but
I bet he appreciated that.
Well, we were close, so come on, get a good whiff of this.
Yeah, bugs in the spaghetti, yeah.
Thanks so much.
God, yeah, this how to make yourself sneeze. 23 simple and easiest ways. You should see this. There's this profile shot, this dude, black background, and he's sneezing, and it's mostly coming out of his mouth, and there is a cloud the size of a beach ball. This thing is disgusting. It almost looks like he's doing a spit take, like he heard something really funny while he was taking a drink of water.
Oh, yeah.